Breaking news right now at 10. This is a live look over the nation's capital tonight, the scene of an aviation tragedy. This is the response to a mid-air crash. A commercial jet with dozens of people on board collided with a military helicopter.
The flight was approaching Reagan National Airport. Our Charlie DeMar is here now with what we know as new information is coming in by the minute. Charlie.
And Joe and Erica, some really difficult images coming out of Washington tonight. The Federal Aviation Administration has grounded all inbound and outbound flights at Reagan National Airport after an American Airlines plane collided with a helicopter and crashed into the Potomac River. Now, video of the crash appears to have been captured on this Earth cam. The bright lights heading straight for the camera, circled in red, is an American Airlines CRJ 700 regional jet. Then in blue, in that circle that you see traveling from the left to the right of the screen, you can see what the FAA says is a Black Hawk helicopter colliding into the airliner mid-air. Now again, as you can see, the image on the right, that now is a massive police presence right now. That is what you are seeing right now at Reagan Washington National Airport. As you can mention, the search and rescue efforts is enormous. This crash happened around 9 p.m. Eastern time, so 8 Central. We are told crews are pulling people from the frigid Potomac River right now in a frantic search for survivors. And according to the U.S. Coast Guard, they are deploying every available resource for this effort. This flight took off from Wichita, Kansas, and again, was about to land in Washington, D.C. Lawmakers from Kansas say they are in contact with law enforcement on the ground to try and find out more information, and at this time, they are asking for prayers. Now, the American Airlines CRJ 700 regional jet looks like this, and depending on the configuration of the aircraft, can hold up to about 78 passengers. And while this image is of a standard Black Hawk helicopter, it is, of course, not uncommon in D.C. to see those Black Hawk helicopters in the air. It's a pretty regular sight. And right now, CBS News is reporting that 60 passengers were on board in addition to 4 crew members on that American Airlines flight. Again, that flight started in Wichita, Kansas, and the collision occurred as that plane was making its descent into D.C. And per a defense official, 3 soldiers were also on board that Black Hawk helicopter, and we are told that no senior officials are reported to be on that flight. Now, we do expect to have some more information shortly, and we will check in as soon as we get it. Joe and Erica.
Charlie, thank you. We'll be in touch.
Now we want to bring First Alert Chief Meteorologist Albert Ramon into our breaking news team coverage now.
Albert, what are you seeing about the weather conditions in D.C.? And the first thing I did was look at the water temperature there in the Potomac. It's cold.
35-degree water temperature in the Potomac. So we're talking about 15 to 30 minutes for unconsciousness to set in, less than 90 minutes for the life to be lost because of this cold water that happens. So we'll give you your bearings straight. Reagan National is to the south of the Capitol, to the south of the White House in Arlington, Virginia, here on the Potomac River, and we've highlighted here runway 33. So that regional jet came in out of the west, was making its approach on 33 right in here. So it was dealing with a headwind out of the northwest, gusting at 26 miles per hour at the time, but it was a mostly clear sky and the visibility was unlimited. But Joe is right. The main concern now for the rescue effort is the water temperature at 35 degrees, the air temperature right now at 47, and the winds have lined up. Back with your local forecast here in a few minutes.
Albert, thanks. We'll see you then. Tonight's crash is the most serious involving a passenger jet in this country since February of 2009. That's when a Colgan Air flight crashed into a home while trying to land at the Buffalo airport. 50 people died in that crash, including one man inside the home. The NTSB ruled the pilot's improper response to a low speed warning caused the plane to stall.
Taking another live look at that massive rescue response in the Potomac River, we will stay on top of the developments in D.C. and we'll bring you any update, new information we learn in just a few minutes.